My initial reaction to Daredevil Born Again Season 2 Episode 4 was elation. This is old school Daredevil. This is Netflix Daredevil. It's been close. It's been getting there. It's been touching it, but it hasn't got there. And shout out to Bullseye, that man who played this role perfect. I mean, Bullseye way better than Hawkeye. We just need to get that out the way. He threw this thing, not spoiler by the way, he threw this thing, it gets blocked, and it still hits the target. The comic book nickname and the reason he got it is 100% fulfilled in this episode. I am ecstatic over this episode. This episode was beautifully shot. It was beautifully done. The music was impeccable from the beginning, which I'm going to go into when I get into spoilers. The music, the feeling, the emotion, the sense of urgency, the foreboding that it gives you in this episode. It gives you you feel like it's a warning. You feel like something big is going to happen throughout the entire episode. And Matt, not even the main part of this episode. It's like little hints, little words, little things that they do in this episode that just works. It made it feel like I was in a movie theater watching on a small screen, just simply because of the way everything felt for me. And I'm not even exaggerating how I feel about this episode. This is probably one of my favorite episodes, besides a few of the low-key episodes that Disney Plus has ever done. I like this as much as a lot of movies. Bullseye, Vanessa, Karen, Matt was in it a little bit. Everything was just on point. I don't even know if it's something I didn't like about this episode. Even the interactions of small time people, like the deputy mayor and BB, the interaction between that, the setup of what this episode is about. Y'all know it's been a boxing match between Fisk and a world champion, and he's setting up as a big charity event that Fisk is doing for the city. As we saw in the last episode, they already set it up where everybody's getting blamed. The vigilantes, Daredevil did this and all that. They're trying to set it up for it. It didn't go as hard as we thought they was going to go on that end, but they still said it, and you saw throughout the episode of them setting up multiple things at one time. It's some things that happened in this episode with BB. It's some things that happened in the episode with Karen, in which they set up things. You see an interaction with White Tiger, and she has a mission now, and a bunch of things they have to do to set up things in the future that makes me even more excited.
All I have to say after watching that episode is, holy shit. This series is not going the way I thought it would. And that's still a good thing. But man, if I thought it was going to get ugly before, oh, this finna get nasty.
I'm excited for it. But let's get into some spoilers. I'm finna talk about some spoilers now. So if you're here, spoiler warning. The episode starts with this slow music that plays while Bullseye's in this diner. While he's in the diner, the AVTF shows up and he says, freeze, hold your hands up. He holds his hands up and threw a straw, spit and hit this man and just ended everyone. It set the tone of this whole episode right there. It told you it's gonna be violence. And then the guy, and they had this touching scene when everybody, it's Bullseye, and he ends him. But right before that, he hits this guy, asks him, don't hurt me. And he said, you should take care. He had a little dog in his chest. You should take care of that. And he said, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm one of the good guys. Which led from the church scene and all that. He has one mission now that we found out later. Just one mission. One good deed to overcome the bad he did, what he did to Matt's friend, as he said earlier. Then Daredevil and Angela they have this touching scene that we remember from last week. And I couldn't find out why. I hated myself for this. I couldn't find out why Angela was targeted. She's the White Tiger's wife. Of course, he holds a grudge to the White Tiger. Of course, Kingpin gonna get him. But Angela and Daredevil had this scene. Was like, are you ready for this? This is a thing. He was told before that you're a symbol now. So now he's telling her, are you ready for this? And she asked, what are you? which is setting up this entire scenario of her becoming a hero. And like I said earlier, this whole premise of this episode is based around this boxing match that's going to happen. There's something big is going to happen. They keep hinting at it. That's why I keep telling you, it's foreboding. We saw Kingpin and Vanessa discuss, talking about, you can't go here. It's too dangerous. They'll take care of you here. And she's like, I'm going. And she's like, no, you must protect you. Whole time for board, huge flags all around, as we're going to talk about later. Then we also see Charles, I think his name Charles, Matthew Lillard's character, who kind of rolls him like, you gonna do what I say. And Kingpin and Blake like, no, fam. We appreciate you. We're gonna hang on our end of the deal, but we not like that. Which I was happy to see, by the way. Kingpin should never bow down to no one. And I think he's just using it as a way to maneuver right now with immunity. Which leads to another scene in which Vanessa talks to the governor to make sure that she's on board, because the governor seems to really love Vanessa. So she's talked to him. By the way, in this conversation, you have a lot of death flags too. It's a lot of flags that's telling you Vanessa's going bye-bye. It's a lot of flags in here. So, by the way, spoiler warning. Even though this is a spoiler part of the show. But then we see Matt, who is in the AVTF merch, I call it merch, clothing, in a strange encounter, but they all meet with this priest. And the priest is the one that talked to Bullseye early on. The priest and Matt share this scene talking about Bullseye leading to an awesome fight and a kidnapping a woman. But basically what happens is, and this is so good, by the way, he hears the priest. He said, anybody has this, it was at a crime scene. He recognizes it, but he don't know. He can't quite say for sure, because it's like the ICE holdover and people trying to protect them because they don't want you to end them. They might not agree with what they do or something, but they don't want you to harm people, and they don't want it to lead to a thing. So he finally gives in, because he said he won't end them and he want to protect them. He said, I will protect them, but bad things is going to happen if I don't. So he tells them about the church bell and that he can seize it from his window, in which he finds them. Then Daredevil shows up, Matt, and he does the thing I told you earlier. I have this one thing I have to do to make at least life right before I go, which we don't get to hint at what it is yet, but he says it. And he holding this old lady hostage, which he's still not a good guy. He's still not, but I don't think he want to do it with her, but it is a whole thing. And then Daniel Blake invites BB out to the fight. He's, of course, a little tipsy. And this kid puts something in BB's pocket. Blake, again, he knows something up. Because her show is kind of popular, but I don't think it's that popular. So I didn't know I was with a celebrity. He hints that he knows something's up. He hesitates. She hesitates. When stuff go wrong, BB's great on camera. But when things go wrong for her character, she just like freezes up in this weird. So he knows something's weird. She took a picture. He put something in her pocket, which we'll find out later. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think that he gave her. I'm thinking it's the auntie and the testimonies of all the people that was in cages. So I think, and that's the way for her to put on news. That's my thought. Y'all let me know if y'all think that's right or wrong. But then they have the boxing match. Fisk hit this man so hard, he's like Mike Tyson. His old looked like was out there like Mike Tyson. He was out there moving, and he hit him so hard in the ribs. The man started bleeding out the mouth. That is insane. Shout out to Fisk for that. But then Bullseye comes in and is ruthless. In front of all these people, by the way. In front of this big events with all these rich people, he is flinging his blades around and just tearing them apart. During this part, and then Kingpin comes out. They try to protect him. He throws the knives at him. And then Vanessa brings out the gun, shoots him, and then he brings out, while he's still getting it, he pulls out this figurine. He throws it at Fisk. This is what is incredible. He blocks it with the belt that he just won. I don't know if it's a charity belt or a heavyweight belt for real, but he blocks it with the belt. And then you see, of course, Kingpin gets the drop on him while he's injured, and to shoot him. Matt saves the day. Listen, Daredevil Matt saves all his ops and makes his other ops hate him more, which leads to more trouble in the future. But listen, shout out to him. He's a good guy. He held his end of the bargain. He saved him, but he also hit him and knocked him out so he can't hurt no other people. Then he threw him through the window. Fisk realizes it. And then we see one of the shards from the thing that Fisk broke went straight into her head. Fisk is about to, it went in her head and she is bleeding. She's bleeding out. Vanessa, I don't know what to even say about this. Vanessa is bleeding out. And the thing is, Fisk finna go on a rampage. We're going to do a review show later in the week with me, Munray, and Unico, and I'm going to talk about this more. But Fisk is about to go on a rampage. Charles, aka Matt Lillard, Veronica, whoever, the governor, Daredevil, Bullseye, they not stopping this. What's finna happen? It's finna be epic. I don't know if I have been this excited to watch something. We might end our sports show early next week. But by the way, shout out, watch those episodes. We just put out 2 more from that earlier today. So watch those, by the way, if you're into sports. I am excited about this. What's about to happen is about being of epic proportions. I cannot wait to watch episode 5 of Daredevil, because this season so far has been amazing. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you have a hype available, please leave it with me if you enjoyed it and you've been this far. Hope you enjoyed my reaction to Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episode 4, because I enjoyed this episode a lot. I appreciate Disney for putting this out and actually going there with this show, because last year I was worried about it and it hit, and it's been close a lot. I even thought some episodes were better than a lot of the Daredevil episodes, but this got the feel of it. I cannot wait to see the Fisk rampage. Let me know your comment. What do you think Fisk gonna do? How extreme will he go? All that stuff. Tell me your reaction too. It's your boy Laugh as I May.